What are the origins of the name Bulawayo? Is Kobulawayo a modern city in Zimbabwe related to Kwabulawayo in KwaZulu-Natal? Many people confuse these two different names. However, there are more differences than similarities between these two names and places. The one in KZN is pronounced Kwabulawayo, and the other in Zim is pronounced Kobulawayo. Shaka KaSenzangakhona founded Kwabulawayo, and Lobengula KaMzilikazi founded Kobulawayo. What are the origins of the modern-day city in Zimbabwe, Kobulawayo? When King Mzilikazi arrived in an area ruled by the Rosary King Mambo Changamire, he decided to settle 100 kilometers north of an ancient Bantu shrine called Matonjeni, Mahweadziva, Njelele, in an area with hills popularly called Matombo Hills. Mzilikazi, one of Shaka's generals, broke from the Zulu nation with the desire to be independent and grow a nation. He says, "Siyoze sikhule nini? When will we grow up?" With these people, they traveled all the way the great trek from KwaZulu to the present-day Zimbabwe. When the Mahlabe Zulu arrived around 1840, a group under the leadership of Gundwane Ndiweni established Giwiqegu as one of their main crown. After 2 decades, Mzilikazi passed away in 1868. There were 2 candidates to take his position. Nkulumane, the firstborn, was absent, and Lobengula, the secondborn, was present. The Ndebele nation's senior political and military leadership was divided into 2 factions, one led by Mbiko Masuku, commander of the Zwangendaba regiment, and another supporting Lobengula, Nkulumane's half-brother. Some of the Izinduna, or chiefs, offered the throne to Lobengula, one of Mzilikazi's sons, from a lower-ranking wife. Despite being seen as the legitimate heir, Lobengula's rise was not without difficulties. The leader of the Zwangendaba regiment and a close ally of Mzilikazi, Mbiko Masuku, opposed Prince Lobengula because he did not think Prince Lobengula was the rightful heir to the kingdom. Masuku believed Lobengula belonged to a lower class because she was born to a Swati mother, Fulata, from a Chabalala clan. Mbiko Masuku, commander of the Zwangendaba regiment, wanted Nkulumane to be brought back and succeeded his late father. A number of impis regiments under the leadership of Chief Mbiko Masuku contested Lobengula's ascent. Nkulumane's supporters claimed that he was secretly assisted in returning to some relatives in Zululand or Kangwane to avoid the danger of being killed. He would await his father's death so that he could become the new Ndebele king. They insisted that it was a long-standing Nguni tradition for an heir to be raised at his maternal uncle's or other close relatives before returning to his paternal home to be formally anointed king following his father's death. This practice was created to prevent political or military organizations from rallying behind the prince and forcing him to commit immoral acts, for example, a revolt against his father. This happened to Mzilikazi. His father, Machovana, he had ordered him to grow up among his mother's clan, the Mangwe, the Ndiweni, Zwana, Mambo. When he returned, Mzilikazi militarily overthrew his half-brother, Ado-Ndlela, who had taken the position of ruler. Machwana also had been forced away by his father Mangete, and he had to seek safety with Mchali Hlabangana king. He returned home when his father died. Similarly, Mangete was forced to leave home by his father Langa and grew up in a distant clan before returning home to become king of the Mantungwa upon Langa's death. Let's get back to the Ndebele conflict. During an unstable 2-year period, Mncumbata, the hereditary regent of the Khumalo royal house, led the 28-year-old Ndebele kingdom. Tense dialogue took place in several regimental villages, but the two groups were unable to reach an accord. The situation got more emotional than before, particularly for Mbigo, whose wife was an actual sister to Nkulumane. Mbigo decided to send a team to Zululand, which was part of Natal, to search for and bring back Nkulumane. At this point, a pro-Lobengula commander, Velane, of the Mzinyati regiment, sent his troops to another Lobengula supporter, Faga Mabena, encouraging him to accompany Lobengula from his regiment, Mahlokohloko, to Ado-Ndlela palace to be officially installed as king. That was done. However, Mbiko Masuku of the Amazwangendaba regiment, together with those opposed to Lobengula becoming king, boycotted the historic event. The conflict was finally resolved by the Assegai, in which Lobengula's side won. Lobengula planned to attack Mbiko and the Zwangendaba regiment, which was about midway between Inyati mission and where Lobengula ultimately erected his city, initially named Gibiqeko, but later renamed to Kobulawayo, at the place of one who is killed. Reverend William Sykes, a missionary from Inyati, LMS, stated that the confrontation between Mbiko and Lobengula was brutal and bloody, with Lobengula playing a direct role in Zwangendaba's loss by personally slaying and burning the Zwangendaba regimental village. The pro-Nkulumane warriors were profoundly demoralized by the event and fled. The unanimous choice of Lobengula as king was a result of his courage throughout the conflict. Some Zwangendaba warriors fled across the Zambezi River to Barotseland, where some Masuku clan members are still present today. Some went as far as Nyasaland, Malawi. Some went back south to KwaZulu. Others sought safety among the Mataruse clan in the Rishabane-Mberengwa area, and many even adopted the clan's culture. After this internal conflict, the Ndebele king, Lobengula, decided to rename his palace to Kobulawayo. It is derived from the Nguni word Bulala, which means to kill. However, in this context, the opponents of Lobengula weren't literally killing him. Lobengula figuratively uses the term Bayangibulala. They are killing me. Ngingobulawayo. I'm the one who is being killed, and his palace, Kobulawayo, the place of one who is being killed.